all in the physics lecture. We have started lesson number 10, magnetic fields due to electric current. In the last session, we have seen the torque on a current carrying loop. That is 2 is equal to NIAB sin theta. So today in this session, we will see moving coil galvanometer. That is, in short, we can say that MCG. In last chapter, that is current electricity, we have studied this MCG. Okay, so this moving coil galvanometer, it is an instrument which is used for deflection and measurement of small electric current and voltage. Okay, this MCG, it is an instrument which is used for deflection and measurement of small electric current and voltage. Now in this session we will see how torque acts on this MCG, that is moving coil galvanometer. So the principle of moving coil galvanometer is when a current carrying coil is placed in an external magnetic field, it experiences a torque. Okay, when a current carrying coil is placed in an external magnetic field, then this moving coil experiences a torque. Now what do you mean by this torque? So torque is defined as if two equal and opposite forces acting at different points such that there is a perpendicular distance between them, then they make a couple of forces, and this effect of couple of forces is known as torque. Okay, so these two are equal and opposite forces acting at a different points and having a perpendicular distance between them. So they make a couple of forces, and this effect of couple of forces is known as torque. So the principle of MCG is when a current carrying coil is placed in an external magnetic field, then this coil experiences a torque. Okay, this moving coil experiences a torque. Now we will see the construction of this moving coil galvanometer. So this MCG consists of two circular magnets. Okay, it consists of two circular magnets. So this is the north pole and south pole of the magnets. So these two circular magnets are used to produce the radial magnetic field. Okay, these two magnets are used to produce radial magnetic field. This circular portion shows the external magnetic field. Okay, this circular portion shows the external magnetic field. Now what do you mean by this radial magnetic field? The magnetic field which is along the radius of the circle, that magnetic field is known as the radial magnetic field. Okay, the magnetic field which is along the radius of the circle, that field is known as the radial magnetic field. And this MCG also consists of a soft iron cylindrical core. Okay, this MCG also consists of soft iron cylindrical core, and this iron core is wrapped by insulated rectangular copper coil. Okay, this iron core is wrapped by insulated rectangular copper coil. This soft iron core is an ferromagnetic material. As this soft iron core is an ferromagnetic material, so when a ferromagnetic material is placed in an external magnetic field, it gets magnetized. Okay, when any ferromagnetic material is placed in an external magnetic field, it gets magnetized and it produces a strong magnetic field. Okay, when any ferromagnetic material is placed in an external magnetic field, it gets magnetized and it produces a strong magnetic field, and because of that the maximum torque will act on this moving coil. Okay, so because of that the maximum torque will we work on this moving coil. This MCG also consists of the lower suspension and upper suspension. So in lower suspension the spring is attached to this coil, and in upper suspension the mirror is used for measurement of small electric current and voltage. Now when we see from the top of this MCG, then it will appear like this diagram. Okay, so this is the iron core and this is the moving coil, and these two are the circular magnets. So this is the north pole and south pole of the magnets. Now this plane of the coil is in the direction of magnetic field B bar. So this plane of the coil is parallel to this magnetic field B bar. But area vector of this coil is perpendicular to this magnetic field B bar. Okay, this area vector of the coil is perpendicular to this magnetic field B bar. So angle between this area vector of the coil and magnetic field B bar is 90 degree. Okay, angle between this area vector of the coil and magnetic field B bar is 90 degree, and this is the benefit of radial magnetic field. Why we use the radial magnetic field in MCG? Because the first point is the magnetic field intensity is maximum at the center of the coil. Okay, the magnetic field intensity is maximum at the center of the coil, and second point is the angle between area vector of the coil and magnetic field B bar is 90 degree. Okay, angle between area vector of the coil and magnetic field B bar is 90 degree. So maximum torque work on this coil. Okay, because of these two reasons the maximum torque work on this coil. Now we will see the working of this moving coil galvanometer. So when the current flows through the coil, then torque acts on this coil is tau is equal to NIAB sin theta. In the last lecture we have studied this formula, that is tau is equal to NIAB sin theta, and this theta, it is the angle between area vector of the coil and magnetic field B bar. So angle between this area vector of the coil and magnetic field B bar is 90 degree. Okay, so sin theta, that is sin 90 is equal to 1. So we get tau is equal to NIAB. Now this tau is equal to NIAB. It is the magnetic torque. So magnetic torque tends to rotate this coil. When current flows through this coil, then this spring gets tilted, and when we stop the current, then this spring come back its original position. When this spring come back its original position, that time this spring applied the counter torque on this coil, and this counter torque is in the opposite direction of this magnetic torque. Okay, so this counter torque is balanced by the magnetic torque, and which results in steady angular deflection, that is, so for fixed steady current I in the coil produced a steady angular deflection phi. So counter torque balanced by the magnetic torque. So counter torque is given by K phi is equal to magnetic torque, that is NIAB. So N is the number of turns of the coil, I is the current flowing in the coil, A is the area of the coil, B is the magnetic field of the coil, and K is the torsional constant, and phi is the steady angular deflection. Okay, so from this equation we can write steady angular deflection, that is phi is equal to NAB upon K into I. Now here N, that is number of turns of coil, is constant, area vector of coil is constant, magnetic field is also constant, and K, it is a torsional constant. So these all values are constant. So this angular deflection phi is directly proportional to current flowing in the coil. So we can say that larger is the current, larger is the deflection, and larger is the torque acting on this coil. So because of that, the maximum torque act on this moving coil.